In this video, we'll walk you through how to edit a Capex request during the approval process. Before the approval process begins, when someone is creating a request, they can freely edit any of the fields. However, once the request is submitted for approval and the approval workflow starts, any edits made afterward depend on the settings configured in CapexPlan. If the creator decides to edit a submitted request, the system may allow it to continue through the approval process without requiring previously approved steps to be repeated. But in some cases, it may automatically trigger a reapproval by the same approvers who have already approved it. Let's look at an example. Here, I have a Capex request valued at $70,000, which has already been submitted for approval. The first approver, Sophia, has approved it. Now, if I, as the creator, choose to edit this request, most field changes will trigger a reapproval process. For instance, modifying the amount requested, name of the request, changing if the request is budgeted or not, timeline, dates such as anticipated start or end, business unit. These changes will restart the approval flow. In this case, Sophia would be required to approve again. However, CapexPlan includes a special function that changes this behavior. It's called Allow the super user to modify the request during the approval process without the need for reapprovals. When this option is enabled, a super user can edit any field in the Capex request without triggering reapproval from previous approvers. That said, this feature should be used with caution, as noted in the system, because it effectively allows changes to approved data without notifying the approvers. Let's see it in action. Sophia has already approved this request. I'll now edit it as a super user. Let's change the amount from $70,000 to $170,000. This may automatically add more approvers because the amount has increased, but as you can see, Sophia is not asked to reapprove. That's because the super user edit function is currently enabled. If this function were disabled, editing the request would immediately restart the approval process, requiring Sophia to review and approve again. She would also receive an email notification indicating that the request has been updated from $70,000 to $170,000, and she would likely want to understand why the change was made. In that case, it's always a good practice to leave a comment explaining the modification. For example, corrected an entry error. Original amount was missing a digit. To summarize, normal users who edit an approved request will always trigger reapproval. Super users can modify an approved request without reapproval, but this feature should be used carefully. And that's how editing works for Capex requests during the approval process. We hope this video has helped you understand these important features. If you have any questions, please refer to our documentation or contact our support team. Thank you for watching.